Unscripted by Joseph Maksoud.
Roy, the rising star in Dubai real estate. How are you doing, man?
I'm good. Thanks for having me.
Roy, today I would like to go through your whole journey from the day you started in UAE, how you moved to UAE, Dubai, and to where you are now, and everything you achieved through the whole journey. So let's start from the beginning. The first time you came to Dubai.
Okay, so the first time I ever came to Dubai, it was a very long time ago. It was, I think, 2016 or maybe 17. I came just for a visit to see my brother here, who just also, I mean, he started in 2014, but he was just, getting the hang of it, the hang of real estate. So I came for a visit, okay, to see him. And I remember from like day one or day two, I fell in love. And I knew back then there's nothing I can do because I was still, graduating in university. I still had a little bit of, business and things happening in Lebanon. So I couldn't actually leave everything and come, but I knew that eventually I will be here. So I came for a visit. Just like any tourist, we went to the beach, we went to the aqua venture, we went to the
Saying all the
malls.
good things.
Yeah, exactly. But I remember that what got my attention is how clean the city is, how proper it is, the how people are, how happy they are, so like stress free. This is what I liked about it. And then that's it. That was it. I came back to Lebanon, continued, finished my graduation, started working as an interior architect. This is what I this was my major. And then after that, I kept on trying to come back. Then I came back, I think also after a year or two, which was like 2019. And I started working with the company. It was a renovation company. So we used to take projects like Arabian ranches, for example.
This is the first time you
The first
decided to come work in UAE.
Exactly. I kept on trying to apply, nothing happened, and then I received a job offer for this company. So the it was okay, as a it was like a learning curve. Okay, so I learned a lot. I learned how to deal with contractors and deal with the laborers, how to deal with also clients. I learned just a little bit about real estate, but not so much, of course. So it was good. We had some projects like, for example, I was saying in commercial spaces, Arabian ranches. So we used to like demolish everything and then renovate and do everything and then either resell it or, it was for a client. So this was okay, like a good start for me. After a year, there were some problems in the company, so I had to, get another job. I was looking and couldn't find anything, so unfortunately, I had to leave. So I remember when I left, I was a bit happy when I first left, just for a couple of months, maybe because I was a bit lonely here. I mean, don't get me wrong, I had my brother here and it was amazing, and I still thank him for everything till today. But still, you feel the loneliness, because I mean, it's a big city, it's a different country. So, and then you left everything, you left your family, your friends, and I'm sure you felt it also. We all felt it. So I was a bit happy when I first came back to Lebanon, but then after a couple of months, I was like, what am I doing? What's going on?
That's the right process to go through.
Exactly. Like, what's the next step? Okay, I'm happy. My friends are here. We can go out for drinks. I have a job. Okay, I have not a career, but I have something, to fall back on. So okay, that's fine. But then what? What's like the bigger plan? What's the purpose? What's my vision? There was nothing. So since then, since 2020 almost, I was trying to apply to come back to Dubai. And here's where I had a discussion with my wife, and I told her I need to go back to Dubai. I have to. It's a must now. It's not about, trying. I will go there. So she was like, okay, fine. I mean, I don't mind as long as we're together and we go there together. I don't mind. I'll find another job. I'll figure out something. Maybe I'll work remotely with my company because she works in the company in Lebanon. So we kept on trying to apply. Unfortunately, there were some problems. I mean, political problems, or maybe I don't know. There were some problems, and we couldn't apply for visas.
And I think it was also the phase where COVID hit.
Exactly, but this is also another problem. So we had two, three problems altogether. Okay, between COVID and between the visas and between everything, and also I remember that UAE was working very hard on Expo at that time. So also, I mean, there was a lot of happening. So we kept on applying and asking some friends to help us, family, but unfortunately they tried their best, but nothing was happening. So, and then after COVID and after the expo was done, UAE was open to everyone, to all the world, to all nationalities. I mean, because there was expo, like the biggest thing ever. So, and also, my wife was a bit skeptical if it's a good move or not. What made her sure of this move that we need to leave, it was the explosion in Beirut. When the
Oh,
explosion happened, she was like, "Okay, I'm done."
I think that was a changing point for a lot of people
Yeah.
in Lebanon. Like, I think it was devastating what happened, and a lot of people lost hope in Lebanon, and they were just, okay, that's it. This is the end.
It was traumatizing. I mean, I'm not gonna lie. I was in the house when the glass shattered and everything, and also, I mean, we don't want to go back to it, of course, but I mean, the noise that we heard. I mean, the sound that we heard, we still can hear today. So she was like, "Okay, I'm done. I don't care anymore." Okay, so when I wanna travel, let's travel.
That's it. Let's
So
do it.
yeah, so it was all coming, together, and then we applied. We came here. Now, you have to remember that my education was an interior architect. Okay? No real estate, no nothing. Also, you cannot learn real estate in a school or
I
university,
see.
either way. So I came to Dubai with no intention of working in real estate or anything remotely. And also, uh, I was always surrounded by either my brother or his friends or other friends who always talk about real estate. So my surrounding is real estate.
That's the whole environment.
Exactly.
That's the whole environment.
But the thing is, because this was not my first focus, if you want, so I was hearing things, okay, I was grabbing things just like a sponge. I was absorbing, but I didn't put it to use because I don't work in it. So you know what I mean. So I was just taking info, and it felt exciting, but that's it. I didn't do anything about it. So I took a job here first as a graphic designer. It was like a not medium company, like a very small company. It was okay as a beginning. You need something to get your visa, to get all your paperwork, bank account, and everything.
I think this is the same company I was going to apply to.
Maybe,
As I remember, I
maybe.
saw you first there when.
Yeah. I remember. Yeah. You asked me. You asked me. Yeah. Anyway, so I started working there. It was okay. Met some cool people, which I still talk to till today. And then after there was a problem in the company, like something internal in the company, there was nothing I can do. Okay, the company needed to be, either to be on pause or shut down. Something needed to be happen. So we were confused, all of us, the employees. We didn't know what to do. So and then they informed us that yeah, the company is gonna shut down. Unfortunately, there's nothing we can do, so we had to leave. And here, Anthony helped me to get a job in real estate. So I got into real estate and also, but not as a
Not as
consultant,
an agent.
not as an agent,
Yeah.
also as a graphic designer. So I started working there, gained a lot of friends and a lot of connections there. So I started as a graphic designer. It was a fun job. It was a fun job, and then bit by bit.
It's at the end of the day, it's what you studied and what you know. So it's kind of close to
I mean,
what you used to do.
I was lucky, and also I wouldn't consider it lucky, but I was a bit smart in during COVID because during COVID, I knew that I couldn't work in interior design anymore because no one cares about design. No one cares about the furniture or which couch you have.
They're just survive.
Yeah, exactly.
That's
We cared only about survival. That's it. So and then I was like, okay, what is still going on? Like, how can I still produce? I need something. I cannot just stay at home. So here's where I learned graphic design a bit more. Just on YouTube and courses and everything. So I paid for courses so I can learn it. I learned different apps and tools which I need. And here, I mean, because I learned it, I took some projects, freelance as graphic design, something basic like designing a logo, designing, branding, something like that, or something a bit different, which I did, which was like a clothing brand that I did also. So it helped a lot. And it was working well, by the way. Everything was working well. And also another problem that we faced, I the company was working to my favor. I received a lot of orders. I was so happy. I was working only like 4 or 5 hours per day. It was amazing. And then we had the economic crash and COVID. Okay, so people didn't care about buying anymore. And also, if they want to buy it, there's no money. There was the
It's
inflation.
a non-stop.
Yeah.
That's non-stop.
Anyway, we went back. Okay, let's go back. So here, working in a real estate company as a graphic designer. Bit by bit, I evolved. I learned a lot. I started to hear, the agents, because they always came back to us, the marketing team, because they needed to know more things. For example, remember this project that you did, like a flyer or a campaign or website, whatever. So, do you remember the payment plan? Do you remember the price or something like that? And we always have the data and everything. So we go back. Oh yeah, yeah. This was the price. That's the payment plan. So bit by bit, I started to get used to it, and then I became a bit noisy. I needed to ask more questions just so I understand what's happening. I mean, from one side I need it because I'm designing everything, so, and at the same time I wanted to learn. Like, I wanted to know, why am I focusing on this developer? What's very important about this one? A flexible payment plan is something good or bad? I have no idea. I just tried the word, but what does it mean actually? So I didn't understand. So bit by bit I started to understand more. And then I reached the point after not 2 years, maybe a year and 9 months, something like that. I was in Lebanon, just a family, me and Anthony, and some other friends also. We were just chilling on the pool, and then I was like, I didn't take the decision on the spot. It was, of course, in my subconscious for a couple of months now. But then I said, listen, I'm thinking of something. First, I told my wife. I told her, listen, I'm thinking of something. She said, yeah, she thought maybe something regarding lunch or something like that. I said, no, it's a big decision, I know, but I need your support because I'm gonna do it, and it's definite. She said, okay, fine. I said, I'm gonna become a real estate consultant. So she panicked just for 10 seconds, okay? And she was like, okay, fine. I support you. I don't mind. Do whatever you want. But the thing is that you know that there's no salary, right? I said, yeah, I know, I know. And also, I've figured out everything. I have at least 6 months salary or maybe a bit more on the side, so I'm good. And they always say keep, 3 or 4 months. I kept even more, okay? Just so I can, have a peace of mind. That's the first step. Now, the second step is, okay, so I'm hearing agents talking and I'm learning from them, but I don't know if it's true or not. So I need guidance. Also, who can help me to start? Like, okay, you can learn and you can read books and you can do whatever you want, but at the end of the day, you didn't apply it. You know what I mean? So it doesn't make sense. And if you read, for example, a book about finance, you're not gonna be a financial advisor the next day. You need to, apply it. So then I spoke with my brother, with Anthony, and the way that he got excited, just gave me hope.
And Anthony, whenever you mention anything about real estate or anything connected to it, that's it for him. Roy,
Exactly.
before continuing this phase, because
Mm.
I'd like to go deep in these things, but first, like we discussed how you came to Dubai the first time, went back to Lebanon, then came back. W- Do you think like any of these steps you did or like happened were planned, or like it started building up in your mind and then you applied it?
No, you can plan as much as you want. Okay, you can have a board where you can write everything. You can have a vision, everything, but still there is a power, maybe a power of God, maybe energy. I don't know what you want to call it, but there is a power that will guide you, and whatever is meant for you, it will happen. Like, for example, I know that I wanted to come here, but I didn't know at the time which day or in which field or with who, or I didn't know anything. But I knew that I had the will, and I wanted to do it, but that's it. So then when I think about it, I was thinking about it lately, by the way, that everything happens for a reason. So, for example, if I didn't come as a visit, okay, I wouldn't understand how big Dubai is. And there's a lot of stereotypes and everything, but until you land, until you walk the streets, you can understand what Dubai is really about. Because if you ask, or if you check online, or if you ask someone, Dubai is fake, Dubai is I don't know what, so it doesn't make sense. So this is the first one, that I came here. The
So
second
the
thing,
main was خلاص, I need to come to Dubai.
exactly.
How and why? No one
Exactly.
knows yet. And
Second thing is, if I didn't come and work for a year in renovation, I wouldn't understand how it works. Because right now, I receive a lot of renovation projects also, and I guide them and I tell them who to work with. And also, I can advice, and I can be there. I can visit the site, and I can tell them, but listen, I think there's a problem here. Let's try to fix it soon, address it. And the way, I mean, and I have the knowledge because in Lebanon I used to work also in renovation, so it all connects together. Also, now I have an idea about the pricing per square foot of the renovation. How much will it cost? And I know the good quality and bad quality. If I didn't at the time go to Dragon Mart and go to Home Center and go to IKEA and everything,
You wouldn't know.
exactly, I couldn't help my clients right now. I would just tell them, listen, I don't know. Let's check online, another company maybe, and that's it. No, I can do it. We can help you with that. So it all happened together. And also, when I used to sit with my surroundings and hear them talk about real estate, I used to get excited, but I don't know why. I mean, I was excited, and now I've learned a couple of things, but where do I mean, I took the info, but where do I use it? I had no idea until I decided to go into real estate. So it was all connected in a way.
How hesitant were you to take this move and to decide to move to real estate?
Mm.
Was it that easy?
It wasn't easy at all. And it took me a couple of months. And okay, so there are a lot of factors. First of all, the first factor is that I was seeing agents closing a lot of deals and doing okay and everything. But then when I used to talk to these agents, uh, I didn't get that they have a lot of knowledge. And I thought that at the time when I was a marketing manager, then I got promoted. That's the next step of the story. I got promoted to marketing manager. I used to know more info about them. Now, of course, they have the experience because they are in the field, and I respect that. But I'm saying the back end knowledge, which is like the prices and the developers and the payment plan and how do they work and everything. I used to know more than some agents. So this was one part.
Most of the agent.
Yeah, I didn't want to say
I,
most, but
I
because
think we discussed it a few times back then also. Like,
yeah, I mean, I don't want to say most because some agents are really good and I still learn from them, to be honest. So anyway, this was one aspect. The second one was okay. I left Lebanon. I left my family, my friends, my job, my car, whatever I had, I left. Okay, whatever I work with. Okay, for 30 years, I left everything and I came here. So if I left everything and came to Dubai for a salary, then it doesn't make sense for me because I've tried it. I've tried it for a couple of years. And I'm not saying the salary was good or bad. I'm just saying that if you left everything and you came here to get a bit more than you're getting back in your home, then doesn't it's not worth it. I'll go back home. I'll make a bit less, but at least I'm surrounded with people that I love and I know.
That's an argument I always have with like friends and people I know. They all like complain most of the time. Complain like, it's a fast-paced city. This is the city. This is the city where you come to make money, to build something for you, and then if you want to leave, leave.
Exactly.
So not everyone is accepting this concept, but this is Dubai. This is the path of the city. It is fast. You either go with it or
Exactly.
don't. Go
It's a
stay home
wave.
with your family and friends.
Exactly. It's a wave and it's a very big and long wave that's gonna take, years and years to be, steady again. Enjoy it. Ride this wave and enjoy it. I was saying something else also that yeah, we were talking about how did I take the decision. Another thing is when I took the decision, I was like, okay, now I'm forgetting everything that I know about comfort zone. Okay, I'm gonna start something very new in all aspects. First of all, no salary. I'm used to a steady income, so no salary. Uh, was a very big introvert. Like for me, the perfect scenario for me, just give me a laptop, leave me alone, and I'll do everything. Now it's the opposite. Now there's no office. I mean, there is, but we don't need it. There's no office. There's no laptop or whatever. It's just me and someone to have a conversation. That's it. Third thing, there's no actual location that I can get used to. Like when I used to work in as a marketing manager, okay, I know that this is the office. We have a supermarket there, we have a pharmacy there, we have a mall. Now forget about everything. There's a different location. So you know what I mean? In your head, there's a new scenery and new people and new everything every single day. So all these factors. And then I was like, okay, so but I did already changed a lot in my life. Like the way I started, I was a interior architect. Then I switched to graphic design. Then I switched to someone who designs and manufactures clothes and sell them online. Then I switched to, no, I came back to graphic design, and then sorry, there was also a phase where I learned video editing, but like heavy video editing, like not, I'm not talking about CapCut and those apps. I'm talking about After Effects and Premiere. And then I came to Dubai. So either way, whatever I do, or if I want to make the big change, what's the worst case? I'm not gonna die. That's it. I can always come back to. But the only difference is that this time I said there's no plan B, because this is what everyone tells you. Just go ahead, try it for a month or two. If it doesn't work out, you can come back to your other job, come back to Lebanon, come back to whatever. This was the problem, that in your mind.
I think this is the failure equation. Whenever you put a backup, you're expecting yourself to fail.
Exactly. So, and this was the turning point when I said, this time, let me change just one thing. Let me say, there's no plan B. It's gonna work one way or another. Maybe it's gonna take me a month. Maybe it's gonna take me 5 years. I don't care, but it's gonna work. I know that I have the capabilities. I know that I need to learn more. That's for sure. I know that I have a certain amount of knowledge to get started. And the most important thing, that I was surrounded by winners. That's the most important thing for me. Um, I mean, the way that you get inspired by people who actually made it. I mean, and then you think, but this guy started just like me, just like I started now. There's nothing different. That's it. So this also got me excited to a point where I was like, you know what? Let me just one time. I don't want to die and think that
Regret
what
it,
could
or
have
like,
been. So I was like, okay, let me do it this time for sure. I don't care what will happen. I'm not gonna die. Uh, Thank God, I mean, for everything, and let's do it. So here's where I took the decision, and let's go back to when I was in Lebanon and telling you that I told everyone, and not everyone, just my wife and my brother. The way that Anthony, I was saying, got excited, I was like, I should have done it way before when I saw a smile. And by the way, to be fair, he told me like in 2018, I think, or 17, if you want to try it, I can help you. And also at the time, he was a bit struggling because he just started, but he was, willing to help me. And at the time, I was like, no way, bro. No, no way, no way. Don't even
like
think about
it's
it.
completely opposite than who you are.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
You have the artistic side of you. Whatever you've done before, it was
Yeah.
towards arts and designs. So it's completely. So I think back then you didn't notice
Mm.
the difference that might do to your life, or like how you're gonna be doing it.
But that's also a problem that we face, all of us, when we are young and we are in school or whatever, and then we know that we're gonna graduate soon. You know that you are destined to be I mean, this is regarding your future job. You are destined to be either a dentist or an architect or a lawyer or something. Grade A. This is what they call them. You have to. Other than that, then you're a failure.
We were pushed to be doing such a
Exactly,
thing.
but no one actually tested us or showed us another way, or actually sat down with us and had a conversation. What do you like to do? And then try to get our body language and try to get if we're left brain, right brain, or something like that, just to understand just a little bit more that this guy should be in sales. He shouldn't be an architect. Or
That's right. Last time we were having conversation with my wife about this, like, and we came to a conclusion that we cannot blame our parents, because they didn't teach us about business, about money, or like push what they are seeing in us that we can do. So, and we said that the way they were living, they were surviving war, they were living during war, they didn't care about this, or like they didn't give attention to this.
correct.
So most of us learned these things in Dubai.
Correct. And also, we don't blame them because of another reason, that at their time, there was no real estate per se as for today. I mean, people used to buy houses, of course, but there was no real estate hype as today. There was no crypto. There was no knowledge about these things.
They didn't
It was,
know.
yeah,
They
you need to
didn't know.
you need to apply for a job. Hopefully, you will get the job, get a steady income, apply for a loan, get a house, then apply for another loan, get a car,
Keep
and
your
that's
saving aside.
exactly. You
Be
have to,
stable.
yeah,
Don't leave this job. It's fine. Let's carry on.
exactly.
Whatever happened, it's a stable income. And nowadays, it's completely different.
Correct. And then save some money so you can help your kids graduate, also get a good certificate, a good master's degree or whatever, PhD. So I mean, we cannot blame them, of course, But now when you see that some people are actually focused on learning new skills since the age of 15, maybe a bit more, but anyway, on age of 15, and they learn how the financial world works, or how crypto works, or how I don't know, how to become an entrepreneur from a young age, or how to sell, anything like that, and you've seen them, become millionaires on 18 or
Teens
20,
millionaires
which is
now.
amazing, and they have a financial freedom at 21. Back in our days at 18, we used to still go clubbing, and which is
Um,
fine. We didn't know any better, but I'm just saying that's the difference. So yeah, we cannot blame them. Anyway, I started, in real estate officially. So I gave a notice that I needed to switch from
Marketing.
marketing manager to consultant. They accepted, so I started, and I remember I wanted to start on January 1st. I wanted to be like New Year, new me. Okay, so anything that I knew before that, just forget it. That's a new me. On January 1st, I started. We had like a training program for 2 years, for two weeks. Sorry. We had a training program for 2 weeks. I enjoyed it. And I enjoyed it also because I used to be part of the training. Like I used to give training about marketing. And then I saw a colleague of mine giving me the training. So it was fun. So anyway, we had the training about this training is about everything in general, what tools to use, what apps, sales techniques, objection handling, even email writing, proposals, presentations, areas in general. Even they take us to developers so we can meet them. So it was a cool training program. So we finished the training, and I still remember something happened because I was so excited. I wanted to make my first sale just to break the barrier, just so I could see that yes, I know I am capable, but now there's a proof that I did it. So I was working on a deal um, at the time, and I remember on my graduation day, uh, I couldn't come, I couldn't graduate because I was closing a deal in my graduation. So this was like it pushed me, to understand it more and to feel like yeah, I can do it, and it's not impossible, at least. Okay, it's hard, but it's not impossible. So yeah, and then I started, and then I remember, okay, we had the training, we had everything, that's fine, but now we have to apply everything that we learned into reality. So after 2 weeks, I remember they told me you can sit wherever you want here, and then this is the mobile phone, and that's your laptop. So I'm sitting there in the office, and I need to start generating, leads. I need to, get prospects, filter them, qualify them, and everything. But at the same time, I didn't have any leads because you're not allowed to have leads in the beginning, and that's a good thing because they need to see that you are well equipped with knowledge and everything, and you are suited, to close the deals. And that's why you need to work on your personal connections, your friends, your family, people that you know from, I don't know, from school, from wherever. You need to get all your contacts, start talking to them one by one. And this is something mentioned in Anthony's book, by the way. It's very important that no one, I mean, some people say we don't have any clients. You do have clients. You have your phone, you have a lot of contacts. Try with them. You never know. Maybe every 1,000 or 2,000, you can get one prospect. That's good. That's a start. That's something to get you going. So this
Yes,
is what I did.
you need to try, you need to reach out.
Exactly.
And last time I mentioned it, and he mentioned it in his book also. The more hand you shake, the more money you make.
Exactly.
It's you have to go and get your sources, your connection, your people. If you only base it on the leads you're getting from the company, it's like you're employed.
That's a different discussion, and we can go to the discussion also when someone says leads are shit. Because I used to work in marketing, so I know what it means. But anyway, let's go back to the story, and then we'll come back to it. So yeah, I mean, I had a very supportive also not marketing, sorry, a very supportive leader. Okay, we were like a team. I think at the time we were like maybe 20 people, and then we expanded to almost 30, 32. So she was very supportive. She helped me a lot to understand.
Shout out to Nisreen.
Shout out to her. Yeah. Okay. So yeah, she helped me a lot, and she was not just me, like everyone, every new joiner, she was always by their side. Even I remember that she attended meetings for some people just so she can see the behavior and she can help them if they struggle to, answer a certain question or something, even Zoom calls or everything. So that was fine for me. Like my surroundings were good. Sorry, I knew everyone almost because I was there, in the company back then. So it was a very good start for me. So then, bit by bit, I started to go back to my contact list, like I said, talking to some people from Lebanon or people who moved here, some friends, and you would be surprised that a lot of people they want to invest and they want to start, but they don't know how because they don't trust anyone. So some people, I mean, remember a couple of friends which I never thought that they will never invest in their life. And I don't mean financially, it's just that they don't trust anyone and they don't like to risk, if you want. They like steady, everything steady. When I talked to them for a couple of meetings, they were convinced like easily and they were like, yeah, let's do it, let's start. We'll start with one bedroom and then maybe we'll expand more. So we started. So that's why you need to do that. When I closed, let's say, 2 3 deals, I started receiving leads from the company. And here's where we can talk about that. So I'm not talking about a specific company. I'm gonna talk about all the
All the
companies,
companies.
all the marketing, leads and everything. Because I work there and I work both sides, okay, as an agent and as a marketing manager. So there is no such thing as a good lead or a bad lead or a shitty lead or whatever you want to call it, okay? It's a lead. That's it, okay? So there is a, let's call it a form, a Google ad, a ad on YouTube, Instagram, whatever you want to call it. There is a source where you grabbed this lead and you received it. Now, of course, I know that a lead coming from YouTube is not the same quality as lead coming from Facebook, let's say, or from Instagram or for whatever, okay? And also YouTube, because in YouTube, someone actually spent at least 2 3 minutes to watch you, okay, and found you interesting enough to fill the form or to get back to you. Whereas on Instagram and TikTok, let's call it, in TikTok, for example, everyone's scrolling, so you don't know anything. And also, some people don't know that there's something called Google Auto Form, something like that. So it can grab your info by itself. So if you just click on autofill, it will take everything, like your name, mobile number, everything, and then it's up to you to click submit or not. So some people by mistake they click submit, and this is where you have a struggle and you have a fight between an agent who's calling the client and the client, and for example, the agent calls them, hi Mr. Client, you inquired. No, I didn't. Yes, you did. And then they pick a fight. It could be my mistake, that's fine, okay? So that's the thing. There's no way you can close 100% all the leads. If that was the case, then no one needs to hire anyone, okay? Just any person, okay, can open a company with a trade license with one phone and himself. That's it. And maybe a piece of white paper and a laptop, and that's it. They can just call, okay, you inquired for this project, done. Close it. Yalla. Second one, the third one.
Plus, this is where the agent skills comes to qualify their leads,
Mm.
because there's a lot of people who will submit their inquiries not only to buy. That some of them they want to take some information about the project or this thing. It doesn't mean that they're gonna buy. So I think this is also important in these things.
Correct, exactly. I wanted to add something else, like an example. You know where you see videos of divers when they dive for, let's say, 10, 15, 20 minutes, whatever. They dive very deep and they try to search for things that have value there. Like, for example, they find a Rolex, they find an iPhone, they find... This is the leads. That's the same thing. So you have the ocean filled with leads, okay? Then you have to deep dive to try to find this gem, which will be like 1 in a million or 1 in 1,000 or 1 in 100. That's it. So, and also, there's a lot of other examples that I've seen a lot, that some agents, when they receive a lead, they try to call, okay, a couple of times, nothing happens, or maybe they get a vibe from the client that they're not interested, so they throw it in the junk, in the garbage, in the whatever you want to call
Yeah,
it,
let's
in the
taste better.
trash. Yeah, so it's like a dead lead for them. Someone else comes the same day or the next day, talk to them, and they close the deal. So that's the thing. When someone says bad leads are shit and whatever, It's in your mind. That's it. You are just being negative, and you will never close a deal with this mentality. Another thing, we should not all real estate agents should work on leads. I mean, there are other sources you can work on leads. Okay, you can work on connections. Going to events and meeting people. You can work on different approaches of also leads. You can have your own marketing campaigns where, for example, some people till now they use emailers. That's it. That's their marketing campaign. They use emailers and it works.
If you're comfortable with it and it's working for you, that's fine.
Yeah, some people they use SMS till now, and it works. I mean, with SMS the ratio is 1 every 1 million, but still it works.
But
Find
by
something.
the way, you remind me now. Last week you told me that WhatsApp stories that they worked well,
Yeah,
and I gave it a shot. It was amazing. The amount of messages and reply I got, even though myself I never check these things on WhatsApp.
yeah, correct. Same, like you said, I've never opened WhatsApp. I opened it once by mistake. I was just swiping, okay, and I saw it, and I was like, yeah, there's something called the WhatsApp status.
Status.
So let me give it a try. I tried it. I posted a video. I received someone. This person didn't close the deal, but we are still talking till now about the deal. So I was like, if someone reached out, let me, push more. Then I posted a lot, and then I closed 2 deals from WhatsApp. These are leads that I've talked to. They've seen me, for example, they reached out from Instagram or something like that, something very old, and then they forgot about me, and I forgot about them. But then because of the story and because we exchanged numbers already, they tried to, they trust me again. Oh yeah, yeah, this guy. I remember we talked, we had a good conversation, but nothing happened. So it's good. And also another thing, everything is for free. So might as well post everywhere. Like for example, I don't like TikTok and I will never like TikTok, but you never know. Just post it, be present, and share.
I should join TikTok. Till now, I don't have an account.
Yeah.
Between all these things, what is your best platform or way to get lead and the most effective one so far with you?
Okay, so for me, there's something that I don't like, and it's a crucial part of our job, and I know that, which is getting a lead. Okay, that we don't know anything about. It's just a prospect, calling them, qualifying this person, and then meeting. I prefer if we can skip this whole thing. Now I know it's nearly impossible to do it because at the end of the day, to meet people, I mean, there are strangers in the beginning, and then bit by bit you start to
And
talk
vice
to.
versa, man. You are the stranger for them.
Exactly.
So they would like to connect first to see.
Exactly. And why I'm telling you this is because that's why I enjoy Instagram. Recently, I started YouTube, but I cannot say anything because we didn't even upload it. The guys are still, editing, and hopefully it will be good. So I still enjoy Instagram a lot, and also on Instagram, I've never promoted anything. Maybe one post, that's it. Never promote anything. It's all organic. So in Instagram, you have to know because when we say this, people will try it for one time, and then they will say, "I spent 1,000 dirhams or 5,000 dirhams for nothing. I will never do it." Okay, that's fine. In Instagram, you receive a lot of agents more than clients because no client, not no, but very rare clients are sitting around on their couch, flipping on Instagram, waiting for an agent to come and convince them or talk to them. It doesn't work that way, especially people with, big amounts of, wealth. So no one has the time for it. But the thing is that on Instagram, it's for free, and why I enjoy it because when I receive a DM, we saw this video and we like it. Can you tell us more about the project? I try as much as possible to fast forward and ask them to go out for a coffee. If it works, then perfect. Because when we have coffee for an hour or two, we can talk about everything. And that's a different discussion. I wanted to tell you that how we the approach and everything because we don't sell a product, we sell to buy.
We're getting there because I'm impressed in one thing. I've been with you to a few meetings. Lately, we did a meeting with three, let's say, friends
Yeah.
from Kuwait, and I was impressed, and they were impressed by the knowledge you have. And this is something I would love to highlight because I have a lot of connection with real estate agents. Some of them already put themselves in a consultant title where they don't know anything about the market, and I'm gonna say it because I deal with a lot of them, and I was impressed. Like, how long you've been in real estate now?
For now, a year and
So
a year and 5 months,
you're new,
a
and
bit
that's why
less.
I said the rising star. But the amount of knowledge you have, it's impressive. Everyone, like, I I told few people to connect with you regarding properties to
Yes.
buy, and everyone who contacted you, they are saying the same.
Can I
They're
say something?
trusting you, and they will go directly with you.
Thank you so much for that. But I need to say something that when I decided to start, not when I started, when I decided to become a consultant, you have no idea what I've been through. So I told my wife in the beginning, like, listen, just forget about the old Roy. That's done. That's dead. Okay. And this is the new me. So at the time we joked about it because she didn't see it yet. But after a week or two, so this was in July. Okay, I started in Jan. So you have 6 months minimum or five and a half. So for let's say 5 months, okay, for 5 months I was just in my house, reading books, listening to podcasts, surrounding myself with not lazy people, with productive people, and this was my daily. This was my mission. Okay, to learn something every day, and I have a notebook. I still have it till now. I used to write something that I learned, something that I enjoyed, something that I hated, and something that I want to improve in my life. I still have it till now. Sometimes I just scroll through it just to,
So you are even qualifying. Everything is happening during a day.
exactly. I'm even qualifying myself. This is what I hate about myself, and this is um, how I approach a problem, which caused another problem. So I used to assess
Which is
and
amazing, man.
yeah,
To be able to have self-assessment so you can grow.
exactly. And when I used to listen to podcasts, because a lot of people listen to podcasts, you can listen to it while taking a shower or driving or sitting in an office, whatever. Okay, as long as you're learning, that's amazing. But the way I used to do it is I used to listen to the podcast the first time, most probably in the gym or in the car. Okay, then I remember that there are some bits that I liked about it. Then I listen to it another time. Okay, either the same day or next day, but this time with the paper and pen to just write down everything. Then I take those notes, I put them in my notebook with highlights that these sentences that I heard or these statements or whatever, I need to read them at least once a week, at least. Some others just basic knowledge. So I used to organize folders for everything, which I still use till today. Till today. I remember I took a course with Dr. Anand, and Dr. Anand at the time he got confused a little bit because he said, "Why are you in the course?" Because I wasn't a real estate agent. Why are you here? Like I'm happy, I'm CEO and everything, but why are you here? I told them just basic knowledge. I enjoy learning. He said, "Okay, welcome. That's amazing and everything." He gave us a course about objection handling. Till today, this was more than a year ago. I still use everything that I've learned from that course because the way he explained it as if he was talking to a kid. Okay, and the way also he explained it that there's nothing called an objection. The word exists, of course, because we need to label it at the end of the day, but there's nothing that like defines a real objection. But then he gave us the ABCs of it, and this is what you're gonna face, this is how you tackle the problem, and that's it. So he made it in a way that we can convince the client that you are making obstacles or you are making these are all in your head. So I still use it till today. So
It's
that's the thing about learning and reading and listening. If you don't take anything from it, then just
also the same happened with me because I got introduced to a book by Dr. Anand. He was doing a training for us also. It was Never Split the Difference.
yeah,
And it's mentioned there, no, it's the open for a negotiation. It's not the end of
correct,
conversation.
correct.
Yes, it might be the end of conversation. You got what you want, but
Mm.
no, it's the opening of a negotiation.
Correct. I mean, today you have big names in our field, in the real estate in Dubai. I mean, for me personally, Anthony AJ was the number, still is number one, still is. Nothing will
Still
change.
the number
Yeah,
one.
yeah, still is. Because I still even listen to podcasts that he did like 2 3 years ago when he first started. Because back then I can I can connect more with myself, because back then when I listen to it now or hear or see it now, I say that this is where he started and this is where I am now. And then I fast forward to a new podcast with him and Dr. Anna. This is where I want to become. So yeah, Anthony definitely will
I
always be.
think he opened the path to a lot of people. I'm one of them.
Exactly. And also Dr. Anand, of course. I mean, this guy is a school. Okay. So, yeah, definitely. And there are other people. I'm just, for me, these two are, that's it. Like, for me, that's it. These two. But I mean,
I listen to a lot of people, but in my mind, when I want to get something that is real and logical and proper what's going on in the market, I will go to these two. To be
yeah.
honest.
I mean, don't get me wrong. I listen to a lot of people. I'm just saying, in the UAE, these are the only two that I focus a lot on. I listen to a lot more people also in UAE, but just once or twice. That's it. Just to see what's happening. I listen to some CEOs. I listen to some people who have podcast shows here, because sometimes they have interesting guests. So I need to, be aware of everything that's happening. And also listen to other things that help you with sales techniques, helps you with the body language, with how the brain works, things like that. So yeah, that's very important also. As long as you are learning every day, then amazing. The day that you don't learn, then you're
There
wasting
is
your time.
something wrong.
You're wasting your time.
So basically, you start building your knowledge about real estate 6 months before starting
Before I
as real
started,
estate.
before I started, and
Yeah.
and that's why when you were in the meeting with me, and I think you noticed that I don't sell any product. Like, I never start with saying, with even mentioning a name of developer or anything related to real estate. We sit, we are becoming friends. Okay, we are enjoying the coffee, enjoy the good weather in Dubai, and that's it. And then uh, tell us, Mr. Client, what do you need and what do you think of real estate in general? Why are we here even in this meeting? Why did you approach us? That's it. Okay.
And the result was amazing. I told you, and I already set a second meeting for them for a different product. Once we closed the meeting with you, I was telling them, okay, guys, 5 minutes, we joined the second meeting. They were no need for the second meeting anymore.
Yeah. There's something that I really enjoy. When I receive some messages sometimes on WhatsApp or even on a call, I remember one guy, he told me, what was it? Like, did you take a course on how to convince people? So I enjoy that when someone says that, how do you do it? And also this works in a good way or a bad way, by the way, because I told you I have three of my clients that became real estate agents right after we closed the deal. So kind of I lost them because I mean,
Now they're competing.
exactly, they are no longer my clients, but we are still friends and we go out a lot. But yeah, I mean, because they like my approach, so now they switch to becoming a real estate agent, and they don't need to, because all of them are, wealthy and happy and everything, but they liked it. So, and at the end of the day, it's an experience. I'm not a salesman. I'm not a pushy guy. The thing is that it's not. I'm not desperate to close the deal.
You are a salesman, but you are a good salesman. You don't only sell a product.
But that's the thing.
You build a relationship, you build a trust. At the same time, you're not selling a product just to sell it. You're selling a product based on their inquiries and their needs.
That's why I label myself as a wealth advisor or a consultant, because I will help you, I will guide you. At the end of the day, it's your decision. I will never force you, and I will never tell you, if you don't invest today, you're gonna miss out a lot. No, no, no. I mean, we just talk about, the history of Dubai, how it became the Dubai that you know today. What's the future of Dubai? 2040 plan, 2033 plan, 2030 agenda, the areas, okay, the metro lines, the new exciting things happening, like for example the taxi, the loop, and more things, the mangrove. So we talk about everything, and at the end, if you want to be a piece of all the success, and if you want to grab something from Dubai, here's your chance. Then there's a different discussion about which developer, prices, areas. That's a different discussion. So when someone understands Dubai, understand the success that it had 50 years ago till now, and the way it's going, there's no way they will not buy. There's no way. They have to.
Amazing, man. Honestly, impressive. I saw the full journey you had, and as I said, rising star and bright future ahead. Uh, to go a bit far from real estate and these things, a bit about you, and I'd like, I'd love to know your daily routine. Is there anything like you always do follow? And if you take us through this small journey, would be amazing.
Sure. This is also part of the change, the new Roy, the changed Roy. 6 months before I started, same thing. So back then, I was thinking what was missing. So first of all, I wasn't happy about my physique. So I knew that I needed the gym. It's a must. It's not something that if I'm in a good mood, I have to do it. So since then till now, okay, every day I wake up at 6. I go to the gym. I finish at 7:30. It depends on what do I have. Then I go back home. I walk my dog, Happy, and his name is Happy. And then I go back, home, take a shower, have coffee, have my breakfast. So everything that I finish, okay, and also reading the news, like Arabian Business, Property Monitor, the XP Interact, everything. I need to check everything every day. But all of that I just mentioned, I finished the whole thing before 9. Maximum 9:30, maximum. So this way you started your day, okay? You already are ahead of so many people
A lot of
and
people.
you understand almost everything that you need to do today. Also, don't forget that a day before, like at night before you sleep, you have to prepare. This is for me.
I
I
was
have to
about to ask
prepare.
you.
Yeah,
So
I have to
you
prepare what
prepare
I
your
have.
day ahead.
Yeah, so I have the big plan. I have a big plan for 5 years, then another plan for 1 year, then another plan for a month, and then there's a daily plan. Okay, so the daily plan I updated, edited, see what else is missing. I update my schedules with clients and everything. Make sure that everything is aligned, everyone is available for meetings, all that is clear, and then I can sleep. Yeah. So the next day, this is the morning routine.
So by 9:30, you will be ready to hit the market.
Exactly.
And like as you said, I think you're already ahead of a lot of people because you went through what's happening, the news. You started your day with like some physical movement, the gym. So you're already built up your energy.
Exactly. The gym also blows a lot of stream, not just about building a physique. It's mentally like really good for you. You release a lot of stress, a lot of things going on in your mind. You just forget about everything, and it's like a fresh start. It's like a reset button. Okay, so forget about everything. Okay, that's a new day. I have the same goals. I have the same everything, and it's just a different day, but it's the same goal. So let's go ahead. So yeah, and it all depends. I mean, some days I'm more in the available in the office. Some days I'm shooting more videos. Some days I'm like full days with clients. It all depends on what's going on, at the day. Yeah.
Perfect. Okay, before we close this episode, uh, I know there's a lot of new project, new stuff you're doing right now. We will talk about it in the next episode because we love to have you here.
Thank you.
From your own perspective, a small advice: when was the click for the change of mind, your mentality, when it changed, and what helped it to change?
When it happened, it was in the summer 2 years ago in Lebanon. When I was like, when I saw that everyone that I love was with me and everything, I knew that this is the moment where I need to take the decision. But because, based on, of course, a couple of months back, I was thinking, like I told you, that if I moved and if I left everything that I love, the people that I'm seeing here, I need to do it for a reason, not just to have another job. That
Amazing.
this was it. And also because Dubai is the city, UAE actually is the country of opportunities. So if I'm not gonna do it here, there's no way I'm gonna do it anywhere else. It's either here or that's it. I'm done. So that's it. Also, my surroundings, like I said, surrounded by real winners, not people who claim they are winners. So this helped a lot. And also, I just thought that just do it. What will happen? Like, what's the worst case? Just do
I
it.
think this is the best advice.
Yeah,
Just do it. Surround yourself with the right people because they will make a huge influence on you, and they will affect your life. And I lived it 2 years ago till now. A
exactly.
lot of things change. Roy,
One more thing. Don't think that that failure is something that you're gonna regret. You're gonna regret way
a must.
more. You're gonna
It's a
regret
must.
way more if you don't try. Believe me. There's a lot of things that I did in my life that I regret, but that's fine. I've learned from it. That's fine. But I will never think of failure as something bad. I wanna fail more.
Everyone who's made it, they only now count their wins, but they never count their failures. And I watched it in the series Suit about Michael Jordan.
Mm,
Like his wins are like half of his failures.
correct. Correct.
So it's a must. It's a need to
Yeah.
grow and to succeed.
He talked about how many thousands of shots they were counting on, and
That's
he
right.
didn't
That's
achieve
right.
it. But yeah, that's it, and that's why he's the greatest. Yeah.
Amazing. Then guys, go ahead and just do it, and you will find, I think, everything will open up in front of you,
Everything is easier than you think
and whatever you need, you will find it. It will be there. Even
with the right mindset.
that's right. That's right. Roy, thank you, man.
Thank you for
It
having me.
was amazing, and for sure we're gonna be sitting more
Of
than
course.
once. Continue about your future plan, and we will be doing some podcast about market updates.
Sure. Of course. Thank you.
Perfect.
Unscripted by Joseph Maksoud.